it just felt so surreal to be here and then to have that flashback to my. Okay, I'm currently at the beach. I figured I should probably start vlogging again because the longer I go without vlogging, the harder it is to start. So, here we are. So basically, last month in April, I had no idea where I was going to go next after I left Taiwan. So, if you don't know, I was previously living in Taiwan for 3 months, and I quit my job at the end of last year, so that's why I'm just traveling around and not working right now. And yeah, so last month I had no idea where I was gonna go next, and I think I was just looking for somewhere where it's going to give me a good, comfortable lifestyle in that I can live in a proper apartment with a proper kitchen, because everywhere I've lived so far in Chiang Mai and in Taiwan, all of the studio apartments don't have kitchens, and I just wanted like a kitchen, not so I can like cook a full meal and stuff, but more so to have like another sink other than the washroom sink to wash my dishes and stuff, because I still eat breakfast at home, but for my other meals I usually just eat out since it's pretty cheap to eat out in these countries. Yeah, so I just wanted to feel more settled in a place where I can live comfortably and not feel like my apartment is just simply a place where I go back to sleep. I also wanted to live in a city that was foreigner friendly, in that, you know, there's other foreigners, it's safe, I can speak English and get around fine, and also somewhere where it allows me to affordably live a good lifestyle, in that it's not going to be like crazy expensive, right? And another thing is that I really wanted to live by the coast, like by the water, because I just love being by the water, like the ocean, but I also like mountains. And yeah, so to have all of those criterias met, I felt like was kind of hard to find. Everywhere I tried to think of in terms of where I could go next, it just never really felt quite right. Like it just felt like it could make sense logically, but I just never really felt excited to go there. And I think when I go somewhere, I need to feel excited to go, or else like what's the point? Like I'm not going to look forward to my time there. And I think in general that's just how I make decisions, like bigger decisions, is that it needs to align with my intuition. Like I just need to feel like it's the right move to make, like the right place to go. So I just never really felt that with the other places where I was considering. And I was just so lost. Like I had no idea where to go. I just remember so clearly there was this one day where I just felt so lost, so frustrated, and I was like, okay, I give up. I give up. And I asked for a sign. I was like, universe, please just give me a sign. Tell me where I should go next. Like I just wanted a really clear sign or something, because I just had no idea. So I let go of thinking about that. Oh, hold on. I'm getting bitten. Okay, yeah, but I let go of that, and then I just went to the gym. And then later that same night, I was on YouTube, and then I came across this video that was a day in my life as a digital nomad video. And the thing is, I actually saw this video pop up on my feed like a few days prior, but I just never really felt like clicking on it. But then this day, like this evening, when I saw it, I just knew I had to click on it. So I clicked on it, and then this person was located in Da Nang, Vietnam. Da Nang. And basically, this girl, she was like a digital nomad, and she was like traveling around Southeast Asia, living in different places. And she had also previously lived in Chiang Mai, and then now was based out of Da Nang. And she was saying how there's a huge like digital nomad community here. So it's kind of like Chiang Mai, except it's in Vietnam. And the main thing is that it's by the coast. So I had no idea this place existed. Like I knew of this place because I had traveled through Vietnam before when I was in university. I was doing a backpacking trip from the north to south, but we did not pass through Da Nang. So this was the first time that I had properly like heard about it and learned more about what it's like here. And so the girl, she was saying how yeah, it's like a coastal city, and then there's also mountains, and there's a large like digital nomad community, so it means there's going to be a lot of foreigners, and there's a lot of like cafes, co-working spaces, like that kind of stuff. And it's also very, very affordable here, right? So I think that that just ticked all the boxes for me. Like I just immediately I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, this is my answer. I was like, the universe gave me my answer right here later that night. And I just felt so excited. Like I just felt all the feels, like, you know, the feeling in the body is like full body yes. It was like brain, heart's alignment. Everything was aligned. I was like, this is perfect. I just knew, like I already knew this was my next place before I even looked into the logistics. I just knew. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, this is it. Like when I saw the coast, I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, this is it. This is it. So I started looking into it, and very quickly I just like found my accommodation. I was like, yes. I was like, finally, like proper big spacious apartment, like big enough for me to actually have a living room and a kitchen, and I can feel more like it's a home and not just like a temporary place to just sleep in. And yeah, so I felt like I got my answer, and so I was very, very excited. But there's another part to this that I want to mention because I think it was very interesting to me. So, okay, so first, the place that I booked, I had initially booked for a month, but they told me how they needed to push out the move-in date by a week. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just find another place to stay for a week, like the first week when I arrived. So I found this other like hotel apartment thing, and I was staying there initially. And during those first few days, I was, you know, going about my daily life. I was like coming out to the beach to go for a walk and stuff like that. But then as the days went on, like I just started to get this weird feeling. Like every time I left my apartment and went onto the street, I just felt this like wave of like familiarity. Like I just looked down the street and I was like, whoa, like this feels familiar in a weird way. And it's like really nice. Like I really liked it. Like it felt surreal in a way. Like it was like a good sense of weird. I was like, whoa, like why does this feel kind of familiar? And then it was only when there's one evening I was walking along the beach towards I was walking along the beach towards the main like beach area where there's like a lot of hotels and high rises, and then I looked up at the high rises, and that's when I just really got the chills. Like I was like, oh my goodness, I know why this feels so familiar now. And it was because back in 2020 I was doing a lot of like manifestation stuff. Like I was like visualizing, manifesting my dream reality that I'd want to live in. And I just remember I did these like very immersive visualizations. And I was just imagining like any city, what would be my ideal place to live? And I imagined, or I had visualized, I was living by a coastal city. And when I come out of my apartment, when I look down the street, I see like the sides of the streets are lined with like tall buildings, like nice apartment buildings. And then all the way down the end of that street is the beach, like the coast. And when I go to the coast, it's lined with palm trees and high rises. And also in this city, I just, you know, thought it was a Western city because I saw a lot of like Western people. And the crazy thing is here, I think you know where this story is going, but when I come out of my apartment, like when I came out of my apartment each day and I look down the street, that's what I see. And the thing is, I see all these foreigners because there's just so many foreigners here. And it just looks like I'm in a Western city, but I'm not. I'm in Southeast Asia. But there's just so many foreigners that I could feel like I'm in a Western city. And that was such a shock to me. It was really creepy. Like, in a good way. It just felt so surreal to be here, and then to have that flashback to my visualization. And also that period of time in 2020 when I was like doing a lot of manifestation, I had wrote down like lists of specific things that I wanted to manifest like 5 years into the future. And when I looked back on that 5 years later, it was like everything was checked. Like it was exactly everything. I think it was just a reminder to myself to just visualize or manifest whatever you want and be very specific, because the universe does deliver, and the universe always pulls through. That's like one of my mantras that I always say to myself. I'm like, the universe always delivers. Like there are so many times in my journal where I'm journaling about experience, and then something that I wanted happened in like the most craziest synchronistic way, and then I always end up writing the line, the universe pulled through again. And I say, thank you, universe, for pulling through again. So that's how I feel coming here. And I'm like, wow. Like when I asked for a sign, I was genuinely so lost at that moment. I had absolutely no idea where to go. And I just, like, I had friends, my parents helping me brainstorm, think of ideas or places where I could go. And everything sounded okay rationally, but it just never felt aligned. Like it never felt like that was the right place. And then when I asked the universe for the sign, the universe gave me my answer that same day, actually. So I was like so relieved. And yeah. Anyways, so I've been here for almost 2 weeks now, and yeah, I really like it here. It's super fun actually, because okay, so the new place that I moved to, it's kind of like in a quieter neighborhood, so it's less walkable to the main areas. But I found a gym. So after I moved to my new place, I was like, okay, finally I'm like a bit more settled now, so I can find a gym again. And I found this really nice gym, and because I was like looking at some of the other gyms, but they all felt a bit too rough for me. Like it just felt like it wasn't like an environment where I would look forward to going to the gym. So I felt like I needed to find a nice gym that would make me look forward to going, and I would feel excited to go, because I think like what's the point if I like don't even look forward to going to the gym? Like that just is not very motivating. So yeah, so I found this really nice gym. It's like pretty new, and yeah, and it's like it's a bit of a distance, so I take a motorbike to get there. And I can't drive a motorbike here myself because I need a license, but they have Grab motorbike. It's kind of like Uber, but a motorbike version, because it's very common to transport by motorbike here. So yeah, I just called Grab motorbike, and it's super affordable. It's basically like taking like a subway or something, like the same price. And yeah, it's so much fun. And the craziest thing is that the commute, like the motorbike ride to the gym, is so beautiful. Like the first day that I was commuting there, I was like in awe of the commute, because it goes across this bridge and it crosses the ocean, and you see the mountains in the distance, you see green forest. Like it honestly felt like I was in Vancouver. I felt like I was back in Vancouver, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. And that first day I went to the gym, it was around sunset, so I was like, this is amazing. Like I can't believe this is my commute to the gym. And I was like, wow. And I didn't I wanted to capture it, but I didn't, because I just wanted to fully experience it in that moment, because you can only experience something for the first time once. And so if it's my first time, I want to just fully take it in for myself. And I really enjoy going to the gym, because sometimes I feel like I don't really know what I'm going to do during the day, but if I know that I'm going to go to the gym later, then it kind of gives me a sense of direction in terms of like, okay, I know where I need to end up later on in the day. I know like, okay, if I want to do these things, I need to do it before I go to the gym, or if I want to do these things, I'll do this after the gym, like that kind of thing. And it feels like when I go to the gym, it's kind of like a transition period of the day, where it feels like I enter into a second day. Like sometimes I spend like all day at home, and then I'll go to the gym, and then I'll spend the rest of the day / evening outside, and it feels like that second half of the day was like a whole day in and of itself. Like that's how much I feel like happened in that time, even though it's literally just like a few hours. So I feel like the gym is like a portal for me to enter into a second day. Anyway, so I think that's enough talking for now. Oh my goodness, I've been talking for 20 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna go back home now and then go to the gym.
All this time, I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do was easy to use. So call my time, but you weren't really mine, just something to do. Thought